Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to stock market trading, since the late 90s when I started my career as a trader, one thing was able to really hit the masses, and that is, of course, technical analysis. Now, nobody really denies the power of technical analysis, and if they should, they really shouldn't. However, are there more to trading? Is there more to trading than just simply charts? In a market environment like this, we have been having unprecedented success. The truth is, every single trading room around me on Wall Street pretty much falls within the 97 to 98% failure zone. I have fought for many years to break out of that zone myself, running trading rooms for 13 of those 21 years, about two-thirds of my active trading, currently active career. And I will tell you that there is a lot more to trading than just simply the charts. I'm going to prove it to you tonight beyond any reasonable doubt that what I am saying is true. In fact, I would make a very good point that charts are a far second in importance to something else. We're going to disclose that for you. Now, certain people on Wall Street, they spend some of them hundreds of thousands, some of them millions, some of them tens of thousands of dollars on research. This sort of research requires digging, due diligence, collecting information that is out there, and things that can be put together and summarized intelligently to bring value to the end investor and or trader. What if I told you that Newsbeat Live is going to bring you research that people have told me can be comparable to $100,000 a year plus research in terms of what you would pay to receive this information? What if I told you that it's going to be absolutely free for Newsbeat Live members? And also, what if I told you that we're going to give our next piece tomorrow? We're going to be talking about a stock that's going to be reporting this week, and we're going to be revealing that name for you tomorrow. Newsbeat Live members will have access to it first as paying subscribers, and you guys will have access to it the same day after market close. We're going to disclose this research for you before this company reports this week. We're going to give you a chance to see it through our eyes. We're going to continue to try to bring you value, and I'm going to prove to you why, if you are a trader or a prop trader, your failure, unless you're part of the 1 or 2%, is guaranteed. And what we're doing to ensure that your hit rate is exponentially higher, if not potentially even in your favor. I am Mark Melnick. This is the Newsbeat Show. There will be no music today. In fact, there will be a disclaimer instead. Kindly pause this video and read this disclaimer. Thank you so much for reading that. So, let's go ahead, and I want to prove to you right now that there is a lot more to trading than just simply the charts. I can prove it to you. I can prove to you in trading that there is a lot more than just the charts, and I'm going to go ahead and show it to you right now. And if you agree or disagree, I'd love to know your opinion. But we're going to take you, and just so we're clear, all these plays were given in the Newsbeat live room. I'm not just going back and, you know, looking at what moved throughout the week. These were given in the Newsbeat live room in a real-time period. And again, I'm going to prove to you, somebody who has swore up and down, and I still do to this day, the powers of technical analysis, but I want to prove to you why it's a far second to everything else out there. So what I'm doing is I'm showing you a simple 5-minute chart of Disney on Wednesday of last week, May 20th. And you're looking at Disney. What do you guys think? Do you think it's choppy, grindy? What do you guys think of Disney? What do you guys think of Disney? Is it bullish? Is it bearish? Choppy? Pretty choppy, right? You can see right over here, it's in, 50-cent ranges. It pretty much is, besides for this move, has remained in a dollar range throughout the whole day on this 5-minute chart. Pretty choppy. Now, what if I told you, as you saw this chart, just feel me out on this one. I'm going to give you more examples. That Disney, there was flow saying that Disney was talking to officials about reopening their park. And what if you knew that information right now, at this moment? How many of you guys out there would think it's bullish information? And how many of you would think it's bearish information? Now, when it comes to prop trading, um, this is going to be your number one edge in prop trading. Not the BS you see out there, not the stupid numbers, not people telling you where your risk should be, not people who have failing rooms. The truth is, if you go to any prop trader and you just simply come to them and you say, okay, prove it to me, come to them and literally say, I will open up an account with you if you can prove to me and you could show me the numbers that 98+% of the people who put money up with you ever receive a paycheck ever. Really? Like, prove it. They won't be able to. They'll tell, oh, well, I can't do it. They'll give some disclosure purposes. The truth is, the people who are in charge of prop trading actually don't really know how to effectively do very well trading. They tend to be people who make money off of the other aspects in prop trading, which is fine because it's a business. What I am telling you is, as a news flow trader, you can actually create that win-win situation for yourself, and this is the true advantage of prop trading. So if I told you that Disney was reopening their parks here, right over here, and look what happened next. Next 5-minute bar, next 5-minute bar. Disney, after that information, went from 117.11 to 119.70. It went up $2.59 in a matter of 10 minutes or less. Were you able to see that coming? Are you telling me that anything on the chart that I just showed you was able to show you that Disney was going to do that? Was there anything on the chart? And the answer is no, there wasn't. And you see the volume coming in here. How many of you guys ever hear the good news and you look at the chart and you always see the big green bars and you're sitting there and you're wondering, who are the people who are buying at the bottom of that green bar, in the middle end of the green bar, at the lower range of that green bar? Be honest, just type in 55. How many of you guys felt that before? Because I felt it for a long time. You're sitting there and like, oh, there's good news. And then you look at the chart. Oh, Disney's reopening their parts. What the expletive? Now you want me to buy it when it's all the way up here? But what if you are buying it down here, not caring what the technicals look like, just taking advantage that you are ahead of the majority of Wall Street on the news flow? And that's why we give the disclaimers we do. That is why Newsbeat Live Room is T3 Live's number one trading room, hands down, bar none. We're Wall Street's number one trading room, hands down, bar none. Nobody comes close. Because what we're doing now is we're evolving. This isn't the same trading room I ran last year, the year before, year before, year before, year before, 13 years back. I would not subscribe to my own service 10 years ago, 9 years ago, 8 years ago, 6 years ago. Yeah, I would pay for my service. But look at that. Here's one of the pioneers of trading room. T3 is a pioneer of trading rooms. I am one of the pioneers. I'm one of the first people to, I'm amongst that group of people who are among the first people to run a trading room. And I am telling you that I would not pay for my own subscription for 50% of the years, little more than 50% of the time that I was running a trading room. That I wouldn't pay for my own subscription, because looking back at it, it was bull crap. People running scans, people showing you a bunch of setups they like. Yes, it's very nice to do that. But what if there was an easier way to make money instead of sitting there trying to throw darts at the wall, hoping to make 2 to 1, 3 to 1 on your money? When I came with my track record, when I come to with my track record, it's the highest Sharpe ratio people have ever seen. That's the first thing they say. They say these Sharpe ratios are unbelievably amazing. Why? Why? How do I achieve this Sharpe ratio? How do I achieve, and if you don't know what a Sharpe ratio is, pretty much how are my winners so much better than my losers? Because of news flow. Because if you're the person buying here, it doesn't really matter if you sell 10, 20, 30, 40 cents higher. It's being bought up so quickly, it's almost impossible, I can talk on my own behalf, to lose money. Yeah, maybe you're not catching the full $2.50 move in 10 minutes. And, the stock kept going. Don't get me wrong. I'll show you what happens after. Digested, went up. We called a long over here. Like we were doing other things at this point. But I'm not even talking about the fact that it shot over almost $121. I'm really just talking about this. That's your day. Traders have made their months, some their years in a trade like this. because it comes with conviction. How many of you traders ever wondered, when do I size up? And I'm going to show you more examples, and I promise you I'm going to, blow the underwear off whatever you're sitting on right now. But I am telling you right now, this exists in the market today. And you're either taking advantage of it or you are not taking advantage of it. And I am not coming from a place where I've always done things like this. I haven't. And yes, as I freely admit, which other gurus around me on Wall Street should admit to, your trading services suck. Why? Because 98% of the people will fail. My trading service sucked. How's that? See, let's turn the table on me. My trading service sucked. Now, how do you not suck? For them, they don't care about not sucking. The marketing dollars of with whoever they're associated with and affiliated with will bring them enough money where they could continue sucking. And if they're marketed properly, it doesn't matter. They'll get their paycheck, they'll go to sleep, they'll have fun, hanging out, making out with their boyfriend or girlfriend on a Friday or Saturday night, and they're fine. They don't really care what happens afterwards, right? But why do you think we're T3 Live's number one trading room here for a reason? Why are we number one? Because we are giving things that nobody else can get near, like Disney before it explodes. I'm going to give you more examples here because I'm not just pointing out one name. You think this is about one name? It isn't, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to show you a lot more. So I want to show you something else here. I want to show you something else here. And by the way, this is all being done in real time in the Newsbeat live room. I have to emphasize that. And if you're watching this right now on Memorial Day, you have to get this. IFRX on Thursday, little crap $7-8 name. Does this chart look bullish or bearish to you? Yes, I know you could add parameters. I know you could add moving averages. My real chart does have moving averages and everything. I get it. I'm with you. I get it. But I'm asking you, is this chart bullish or bearish? Well, what if I told you there was news on IFRX, bullish news. I believe this was a COVID play, if I'm not mistaken. And this is what happened next. Next candle, next candle, next candle, next candle. See that? Now, what if I told you this is all that matters? Forget about this. Forget about this. What if I told you it was just about this one bar? What if I told you this one bar could have made your week, month, day, whatever, wherever you are as a trader? It just matters if you were buying near the mid, low end range of it, correct? And there was so much buying coming in, the stock gets halted and then shoots up more. Feels kind of incredible, right? But I'm not even done giving you names. I want to show you more because this is happening every single week in the Newsbeat live room. This is happening every single week. Now I'm going to show you a chart of Spotify. Looks kind of bullish, right? Are you buying it? Where are you buying Spotify? Well, I'll tell you where I would like to buy Spotify when we disclose beautiful breaking news in the Newsbeat live room. What if I told you Spotify signed up Joe Rogan, the guy who interviewed Elon Musk twice, the guy who's considered the godfather of podcasting, Joe Rogan, if you were unaware, UFC guy, Joe Rogan, can kick your butt, black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Joe Rogan, that guy? What if I told you that Spotify just inked a $100 million deal with him? What do you think would happen next? Really, what is your opinion? I'll show you. Here's the next bar. See my point? And for option traders with small accounts, you just clean house with a Spotify. IFRX, the other name I showed you, you're not going to really trade options with. Disney, you could hit a home run with options. I slammed those options in Disney and I killed it. I killed it. Spotify, you could slam options with Spotify on news like that. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'll tell you what I can do, right? You tell me what you can do. I don't want to put words in your mouth. I'm not like those other people out there telling you where to buy and telling you where you should stop and telling you what you should make. I'm assuming that each and every one of you are trying to become consistently profitable, are either there and trying to make more money or are not there and trying to get there. That's my only assumption. It's a fair assumption. And look what happens here. It explodes from 169 to 178 in a matter of 20 minutes. And I'm not even talking about the fact that it went up. This is all I'm talking about. What if you were buying it at the bottom here and it shoots up $5 in your favor? Can you make money on that? There's a lot more. It even turns to the bearish side too. That's why I'm saying if you're a prop trader, your odds of failure are short of guaranteed. Short of guaranteed. Like if I round it up and if anybody tells you any and otherwise from what I'm saying, they're lying to you. I remember walking in a prop firm back in I don't want to even drop the firm's name, back in 2002. And I walked inside the prop firm and I looked around me in the room. The guy showed me around and he's asking me for my help. And keep in mind, 2002, I've only been trading a few years at this point. I wasn't really the veteran, which I am today. I consider anyone 4 years or less relatively new. Um, and we walked in, I walked inside the room and I said, well, I looked around me and I saw like 100 whatever traders, 120 traders. I don't remember the exact number. It was a huge floor. And I stopped, and he's like, "Yeah, like maybe you could do education, maybe you could show them what you're doing well, and this." And I'm like, "Okay, well, what percentage of these traders are making money now?" He's like, 15 of them. Then I said, after they're paying their monthly, and they're all prop traders, after they're paying their monthly prop fees, after they're paying their X amount of dollars for every 1,000 shares they trade, now how many people are making money? Two. Two. And one of the people who are making money were like, I think he was making less than $10 an hour, but he was considered profitable because he was able to get past. And one guy was doing real well. They always have the one guy that does real well. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at over 100 traders who are just sitting there watching their accounts get destroyed. That's why you got to look carefully because I'm going to show you a way in which I feel you can avoid a similar fate. Here's Sorrento. What do you think of this chart here? SRNE. Looks bullish to you? Looks bullish, right? Looks really bullish, right? Well, what if I told you Hindenburg Research came out and said the CEO is walking back comments on their vaccine, of the effectiveness of their vaccine to that degree? What if I said that that's what happened in Sorrento? Do you think it matters whether this is a bull flag or not? Do you think it matters that it looks strong? Newsbeat live members were shorting. Newsbeat live members were buying puts. I ended up buying puts. This is what happened after. Look at that. Right over here. So look bullish and then, uh-oh, negative news flow, bang, gets destroyed. And I'm not saying you have to even swing this. I'm not saying it didn't go up and down afterwards. All I'm really saying is this is it. This is all you need, and your day is over. This is all you need, and your day is over. Because if you were aware of that over here, which we were, the stock was trading around 520 when we disclosed this to Newsbeat Live members. If you are aware of this here, when you hear the conviction in my voice and you hear me buying puts in real time in the Newsbeat Live room, you're going to understand that something big could potentially be happening. And that's when Sorrento imploded upon itself like a dying star. And I'll show you one more here, but I guess the point I'm trying to really show you is there is a lot more to charting than technical analysis. And here was another one, and again, these are all names that we're giving in the Newsbeat live room. Here's Friday, VUZI. I believe the VUZI news is check it out. Just hear me out on this one. They created they created like a lens, like a glasses lens or uh, an eyeglass mask or whatever that can read thermal temperature of people. Very important because people who are sick with COVID and are exuding symptoms tend to have fever as well. So they're literally doing like thermographic heat scans of people by just wearing these glasses, and they were part of the technology. What do you honestly believe would happen if you knew this news, for example, right over here on Friday? last Friday, May 22nd. What do you think would happen in VUZI? What if you had somebody telling you that this happened on VUZI before everything that you see here? What do you think would happen? Tell me. And tell me any other service that's bringing you this. And I know the answer to that, none. Because they're all focused on technical analysis. They're all focused on nickel and diming you. And you will be just another number inside the service for somebody to just throw out a bunch of randomly, mostly for the masses, ineffective strategies. For some, it'll be effective. For the masses, it'll be ineffective. That's just being honest. That's just being honest. I've been running these trading rooms longer than most. That's just being honest. So what if I told you that news on VUZI? What do you think happened next? I'll show you. Quite impressive, huh? From 246 to 330, a 50% move, let's call it, approximately, a little less, 50% move in 20 minutes. But what if I told you your day could have ended right over here? Right over here. You didn't need this BS bigger move after. What if your day ended? What if you're sitting there and you're a prop trader and you put up, I don't know, you put up your little five, your 3, 5, 10 grand, 20 grand, whatever it is that you put up, and they give you, and the prop firm gives you this ton of buying power. And the timing, and you know what it's like? Your buying power as a prop trader is almost like an option contract because it goes like tick, 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 and every single month it's like tick, 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 reduction in balance, tick, 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 reduction in balance, tick, 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 pay your fees. That's the way the prop business works. But there's good news. There's no better time right now than to be a prop trader. That is actually the point I'm making. Because if you're a prop trader and you're sitting there with your little cute 100, 200, 300, 500,000 in buying power, you could even with 100,000 in buying power, you're meant to use the buying power. You could load in 20, and by the way, these bars right here, this is 191,000 shares, this bar. The next bar is 550,000 shares. The next bar 237. The next bar 799,000 on a 5-minute chart, by the way. This is a 5-minute chart. And the next bar 1.7 million. So yes, there is an enormous amount of volume. So if you needed to take your X amount of shares, for most people, you'd be able to achieve X. And again, I'm not telling you to do buy or sell security. I'm just telling you the reality of the situation. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth. And the truth is, it's a very rosy place if you're in the right situation. And the truth is, prop trading is the most miserable place if you're in the wrong situation. It could be the best thing in the world. It could be the worst thing on earth. And I'm trying to show you why I am trying to make it the best thing in the world. Imagine right over here. Imagine you get it right here at 247. You buy your little cute 10,000 share. You have a $5,000 prop account. They give you 100,000 in buying power. You put up 5 grand, 10 grand, whatever it is, right? And you take 10,000 shares of a $2.50 name, and it literally shoots up to 268 in less than 10 minutes, or 258. Let's even say 258. You made 8 cents. $800 minus whatever commission you're paying. $800 minus whatever commission you're paying. And by $800, I literally mean on this bar right here. Considering you ignored and missed the whole move. Had you catch the whole move to the top and you caught the full 80 cents, you made 8 grand. Okay? I'm not sugarcoating saying, look what you could have done. Ha 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 ha. No, I'm talking to you logically. I'm not talking to you about these BS stops, these BS entries that these prop traders who are trying to show you what to do, who cannot really make real money trading. Next time, ask these questions, ask the hard questions, because you are being peppered and salted, and you're being set up to be somebody's meal. This is how you succeed at prop trading. This is how you succeed at prop trading. Not any of the BS that you see, not any of the free programs that you see, not any of the nonsense education you see. You know what education is these days that they show you? And in all trading rooms for the most part, because there's nothing that really teaches this. This is just having a true edge. This is what a true edge looks like. When you're learning, when you're learning education, did you guys ever grow up and you had those juices like high C, and it's like 10% fruit juice. How many of you guys remember like the 10% fruit juice drinks? Remember the old school high C labels? Here, I'll show you. Remember the whole old school high C labels, guys? Here, like right over here. Remember them? Remember the old school high C labels? And they're like high C cherry, and they show you a picture of like all these cherries, and there's a little star, and it looks like the tangiest flavored drink with other natural flavors. You want to know what the natural flavors are? Natural flavors is somebody who just, defecated inside this thing is a natural flavor. Contains 10% fruit juice. That is what you are getting with this trading education. You're getting 10% fruit juice. You're learning one or two things, but the other 90% nonsense is going to bog you down into oblivion and ensure you're going to fail. Really, ask these people. And unless you want them to lie to you, ask them to show you any evidence that 5% or more of their traders succeed. 5. If they can give you a number better than 5 or better, say I'm in. And if they can't, run away as fast as you can. You want to know how to practically guarantee without all this nonsense education and all these nonsense programs and all these nonsense courses? You want to see where the best, most consistent prop traders on Wall Street come to? Right over here. Because they don't really care about how smart they are. They don't really care about looking at a chart like this and trying to figure out, should they buy it here? Yeah, it looks like a bull flag. They want to catch that. They want to catch this little move right here. Little. This is the move they want to catch. So I just wanted to enlighten you that there is a lot more to trading than just the charts. There is a lot more to trading than just the charts. And if you are somebody who's still hell bent on it and you don't want somebody like me giving you an edge, do not join T3 Live's number one destination trading room. Do not join the number one service here at T3 Live. Do not join the number one VTF if you don't want this. But if you do want it, there is a link in the description. For new bandits, not only that, there's also a link in the description if you want my free psychology ebook. Because getting nickeled and dimed does cause psychological toxicity. I'm going to teach you how to overcome that, and you're not going to have to pay for it. It's absolutely free, how to overcome psychological toxicity in your trading. So I'm going to ask the Newsbeat Live members right now. We have hundreds of us inside the trading room right now, which I do this for. And I'm going to ask a simple question. How many names like that I just showed you, do you think I'm going to give you in the next 4 trading days, considering it's a Monday and we're starting work on Tuesday? And how many of these names do you think you're going to get by the end of Friday this week? And I'm not nobody knows the answer, but I'm asking the opinion of people who are inside the service. How's that for powerful? I'm not giving you testimonials that are 73 years old. Some of these testimonials I think were given by like people during the last World War, and they were like, "This is an excellent service. I bought that little scam stock and I held it for 70 years and they didn't go out of business and they're trading higher today." Okay, you ready? This is from the Newsbeat live room. I've only given each of these people $25 to give their answers, but I haven't given them any more money. Okay, you ready? This is from the Newsbeat live room. Rich, he thinks he's getting 10 of the names that I showed you. Christopher, 45. Mark, 30. Steve, 50. Ken, 10. M Green 7 to 8, Steve 20, Wolf 12, BT 10, Ricky 10, Bob 25, JC 25, Dave 20, Dean 24, Tori 12, Jack 10, um, uh, Jeffrey 20, Gene 16, Hopper 10 to 15, Paul 11, John 10 plus, Jim 3 to 4 a day, 12 to 15 a week, Eric 15 to 20. So isn't that funny? These are live paying subscribers who I have not given more than $25 in cash under the table to each and every one of them. These are people who basically know or believe in intently that stuff like this that I just showed you is going to be coming inside the Newsbeat live room. And you wonder why other trading rooms suck. And you wonder why prop traders fail. And you wonder why there's so much more than technical analysis. And you wonder why you spend tens of thousands of dollars on education and you can't get to where you need to be. And you wonder and you wonder and you wonder and you wonder, and I am giving you the answer to everything right in front of your face. Tomorrow, after the bell, I am going to give you a name, which is part of my deep research, services that I've seen people charge over $100,000 for. We're going to do Newsbeat research, and I'm going to disclose to you a research name, which I think is going to get ground and pounded worse than Tito Ortiz in his last MMA fight. And we're going to be disclosing that name to you tomorrow with our full due diligence and everything. We're not going to give you a list of BS swing names, show you the 5 that worked, pray that you caught them, and show you the others that failed. Don't you love services that show you that they're up money, but 80%, 70%, 60% of their names fail, and then they act like they're doing something good for you while you're suffering all that psychological toxicity? Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? And then, of course, what are they doing? They're still highlighting it. They're still marketing it like it's the best thing since sliced bread. Are you tired of the nonsense? Are you tired of the BS? Are you tired of people sugarcoating everything for you? Do you want somebody to really help you? Do you want somebody to really be there with you? Do you want somebody who spent hours and hours and hours and hours and hours with you over the current weekend in private videos trying to ensure that you get to the next level? Is that the type of service do you want? That you want? Do you want it? I could show you the answers, ladies and gentlemen. I could show you the path. I can't force you to walk it. I hope you guys enjoyed the this Newsbeat show. Let me know your comments. Email me. Email me if you're interested in asking me any question. You can email me directly, newsbeat, one word, at t3live.com. Let me know how you feel. Let me know some of the scam gurus, the furus, the fake gurus that you ran into over the years, and let me know how I can do a better job for you. You know, I've always dreamed, I've always dreamed of a Wall Street that literally put the end user first and did everything they can and more to ensure the highest probability of success. Unfortunately, it's either people don't know how to do it or they make enough money not caring how to do it. And that is why Wall Street has a garbage name, a deservedly garbage name. It's because there are gurus out there who don't really give two pieces of fecal matter about how you do at the end of the day. There are gurus out there who make money trading who don't have to change anything they do because it works for them. And if you can't get along with their program and you can't adjust yourself to what they do, you're screwed. They don't even care about you as an individual. They try to box you up. Are you a swing trader? Are you a day trader? Are you a fundamental trader? Ha 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 ha. We'll put you in this box. What happened to all people are different and we share common values and morals? Whatever happened to all of that? Doesn't exist in this industry. But there is one place that I will ensure you that it exists, and it's right here in the Newsbeat live room. Happy trading, make money. I will see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful Memorial Day. Just really humbled and honored. Thank you to everybody who has served our country and really gives people like me and you the opportunity to be day traders for a living. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Be very ready. I'm going to give a really wonderful piece tomorrow about a stock in which I think is going to implode upon itself. Happy trading, make money. Again, I'll see you tomorrow on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast.